practicing for the Camino in good old Sweden, and as you can see there's a lot of snow around. It's Easter Friday, April the 7th, 2023. I have my backpack on that I'm going to walk with. It weighs about 10 kilos. It's a little bit much. I think it's gonna be okay. I'm going to start my Camino in the end of April. That's why I'm out practicing now. And as you can see, I'm from Örebro in Sweden. Why do I do this in English? Well, I saw a lot of other YouTubers sharing their experiences, and I thought I should do the same, so I guess more people could take part in this if I speak English. So, reason I wish to do the Camino is to, well, honor my mother that passed away 2 years ago. She did the Camino during 2005 to 2008, I believe. So she did it in stages. Went down each year and walked a little bit. I hope to finish the Camino in all the 5 weeks I have, but we'll see about that. I'll try to get as far as I can. If I have a good run, maybe it will end up with me walking all the way to Finisterre at the end of the world.
Camino de Santiago means the way of St. James. And St. James was one of Jesus' apostles who preached the holy word in the area of Galicia, and on return to Jerusalem in the year 44 AD, he was captured and killed by King Herod Agrippa. Now it took until the year 813 AD before they found the remains of St. James in what is today Santiago. And the place became very popular among the Christian community, and many people started making their pilgrimage to Santiago. The Templar Knights took upon themselves to protect the pilgrims who walked there, and it remained very popular up until the Reformation time in like the 1600s, and then the popularity decreased more and more, and it wasn't until the early 1980s when it became popular again to do Camino de Santiago. Today people do it for a variety of reasons. It could be religious, it could be spiritual, it could be personal, or just because it's a good exercise and a nice walk. The reason for doing Camino de Santiago is different for every pilgrim who does it. And along the way you collect your stamps, and they will give you your Compostela at the end. Now the Compostela is basically your diploma for having completed your Camino de Santiago. Now the Camino I went on is called Camino Frances, and that is the most popular route that you can take, but there are many other ways to walk to Santiago and many other Caminos.
So for the second leg of today's Easter Friday walk, I was able to get a friend with me. Here's Charlie.
In order to try and follow my mother's footsteps more accurately, I decided to find as many photos I could from her Camino, and I downloaded about 80 pictures to my own phone so I can bring them with me on my Camino and try to find the places along the road where she had been. With about 1 week to go before the Camino, my friends decided to give me a birthday surprise, and they kidnapped me and we went for a hike in the woods in Kilsbergen, close to town where I live. Today is the 24th of April. This is the day when we're going to start the journey towards the Camino. We're going by bus from Örebro to Stockholm, and from there with the train to Hamburg, to Köln, to Paris, to Bayonne in France, and finally to Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port in the southern of France, where the Camino starts. And here is my bag. It's not quite ready yet. I have some stuff to put in there. I'm trying to use these Ziploc bags to put everything in so it won't get wet in case it rains. Over here you have my shoes that I just cleaned after last week's walk in the mountains here in Kilsbergen. So they should be good to go as well. And here you have my cup of coffee. That is my breakfast for today. So let me give you some background here. Now, Sanna and we broke up 17 years ago. But during the time we were together, our mothers became friends, and the two of them decided to do the Camino together. Now, they started in 2005, and they reached Santiago in 2008. And when I decided that I wanted to walk in my mother's footsteps and do my own Camino, it only seemed right that I would ask Sanna if she wanted to join as well. And happily, she did. So, on the 24th of April, we set off from Örebro to go all the way down to Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port in France to start our Camino. Okay, it's the first day of the Camino. We stayed in this hostel. It was really nice. And it's somewhere around 7:30 in the morning. And we hope to end up in Espinal tonight. We arrived yesterday by bus after 2 exhausting days on train. Now, taking our first steps on the Camino. Going up the first climb. It's a lot steeper than I thought, but the view is incredible. My friend is somewhere behind me. I don't know. I stopped and waited for her. She didn't show up, so I'll walk a little bit further and wait there. I have to drop my glasses. Not drop, but I took them off because they were fogging up. Couldn't see anything. Okay. It's gonna be really nice to sit down for a while. Although we're not gonna stay there because they were overbooked or fully booked. So I'm just gonna try not to break my legs now. So we had to make a reservation for a accommodation 6 kilometers further on. But it's still the end of the first stage. So, okay, bye. And we're coming up on Roncesvalles, a place of certain significance on this, my Camino at least. This is where my mother started her Camino together with Sanna's mother in 2005. So now we're really following their footsteps from here. Oh, so we left Espinal, where we stayed this night. I don't know, maybe hour ago, half hour ago. Got going a bit too late, I think, but they didn't serve breakfast until 8 o'clock. It seems like everyone that stayed in Roncesvalles came there for breakfast as well. And but now we're on our way. Sadly, my friend did not feel up to walk all the way to Pamplona, which is the next intended stop. So I'm walking ahead. See, she will get there somehow, maybe with a bus or later on. But it's about 37 kilometers between Espinal and Pamplona, so it's a bit long. But I figure we walked about 32 kilometers yesterday, and it was really steep, really hard. Today is not gonna be that steep, according to the map. I'm just gonna push on and follow the trail of pilgrims. It's like a zombie walk of tired Caminoans. It's really nice nature here. Really glad I came on this. Just on the road basically here, coming from Subiri. Pushed through Subiri, kept quite a fast pace. Yeah, I'm starting to feel it now. But I still have high hopes to get to Pamplona tonight. I'm gonna check and see if Sana is somewhere behind me, and hopefully I'll find a place soon to just sit down for a few minutes, rest my feet, have a drink of water. Alright, see ya. So it's about 7:15 in the morning. I'm leaving Clannad, and today I'm going on my own. My friend decided to stay here for a few days, and I also have no reservation for tonight, so see how that goes. I'm gonna try and get to at least Point de la Reina, which is about 24 kilometers. If I find something there, maybe I'll stay there. And if I don't, maybe I'll try and get to the next village or next place. Alright, see ya. So far I had not yet discovered any places that I could recognize from my mother's photos. But coming into Pamplona and walking through the city, I started to discover the first places that I could recognize from her pictures. Loose rocks. Glad I didn't break any feet. But yet I still feel invigorated, strengthened by this walk. And the weather is nice. And I'm not even worried if I'm gonna find somewhere to sleep tonight. I might regret saying that. If not, I'll sleep outside. Be careful what you wish for. Okay, so I passed Puente La Reina just a little while ago, and I stood on the bridge where my mother stood some almost 18 years ago, looking out over the river. It was a really nice moment to know that I'm really on the trail where she was. But other than that, I didn't stop for tonight. I kept going. Met some guy on the street who said everything was full, so I thought it was only about 2 o'clock. So I might as well push on another 4.5-5 kilometers to the next village. Hopefully, maybe I'll find something there. And it's starting to, as you can tell, it's going upwards. I'm starting to be more alone now on the trail. I think most people stopped in Puente La Reina. See if I'll end up in Meadow, I think it's called, in a while. Alright. So it's about 6:15. I'm leaving Manero. Possible pronunciation. It's very dark. I was the first one out from the place where I stayed. Hopefully I won't miss any yellow arrows in the dark. I have my light. The sun's gonna be up in maybe half an hour. Well, into the darkness. There we go. Try not to look like a ghost. Well, last night we had the dinner at the albergue with everyone staying there, so that was really nice. It was like a €13 2-course dinner with dessert. I think it's more food than I ever had any day on this trip, so luckily, or hopefully, I won't have to eat anything today. Today I'm going to try and get to at least Estella. But I hope I can push on a little further. Seems like I'm keeping a pace of about 30 kilometers a day. Today is my earliest start so far, this 4th day. I hope I'll be able to go a little further, but we'll see what happens. All right. So I had my first experience of being lost at the next town that I can't pronounce. I was actually walking the right street, but I was so sure I was on the wrong way. So I walked back and I tried to find another way, and it took about, I don't know, 10 minutes extra before I found some other pilgrims who luckily guided my way. One of them turned out to be Swedish, so we kept company for a while, and now I walked ahead of them. The sun's come up, it's a pretty nice day, and I'm walking along a big road here, trying to follow all the signs. Yesterday I think was a good day for me to be out completely on my own, with nothing reserved for the night, and no one to keep me company. Well, I had people to keep me company. I met another Swedish couple that I spent some time with, but they stopped in Puente La Reina, and I walked to Manuero. But so gain a bit more self-confidence to know that I can manage this on my own. So, alright, just keep walking. started walking 5:45, and now it's 10 minutes past 1 in the afternoon. It's sunny, hot, and I'm hopefully leaving the town of Logroño. walking along a very long footpath. Last night I spent in Arcos, dormitory with like 40 beds. It was also quite hot and snowy. So that's why I wanted to get out of there quite early. I have nothing booked for tonight, so hopefully that will work out. Alright, so this is the road this morning, leaving Navarrete. Stayed at a very good albergue, where the host made, for the communion dinner, he made his own vegetable paella. It was me, there were 2 girls from Italy, 1 guy from US and 1 girl from France. We all shared in the nice dinner. It was very good accommodation. Not as crowded as the night before. There were quite a lot of empty beds. Today is going to be a steep climb, I think. If you see, well, behind that tree there's a big hill. I have a feeling we're going up there, maybe, I don't know. According to the elevation chart, it's gonna be upwards. Almost got lost again this morning. Seems to be a morning thing. When you're tired and it's dark and they changed the design of the symbols you're supposed to follow. But I made it out. This is the way. Sure, it's nice country out here. Like a lot of wine plantations, if that's what it's called. But it just goes on and on. And there's like no shade. So for today, I brought my long sleeve shirt. I also put on my scarf and my hat. I always wear my hat, just to protect from the sun, because that's really what's starting to bother me. You know, like when it gets to about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and then the rest of the afternoon it gets really warm. The sun is really standing right above you. Ooh. Now I've loaded up with some Powerade. I have another bottle in my bag, 2 bottles of water. So hopefully I'll get to the whatever place I'll stay tonight safely. I think so. There are a few other peregrinos out here on the trail with me, so I'm not alone. That's nice. Okay, see ya.
Sun's coming up. This is really nice. I'm leaving Santo Domingo de la Calzada. This seems to be the worst day so far, even though the nice sunrise. I seem to be coming down with some sort of cold. I feel quite tired. And to top it all off, I have some sort of heat rash all over my feet. It doesn't hurt, it doesn't really do anything, it just looks really creepy. So I might have two problems I need to solve. First, should I stay somewhere and rest for a day maybe, see if this cold comes off. Secondly, I might need to get some other shoes. Although my shoes work well, I don't have any blisters. I put on a few Compeed bandages, like blister bandages, just like anyone else. But it's just that my shoes are so tight, I have to remember to stop more often and take my shoes off.
Good evening. Today I had the idea that I was gonna take a shorter walk because of this cold that I caught. So I would only walk about 20 kilometers, and then I would have tomorrow to walk the rest of the 19 kilometers to the city of Burgos, where I made a reservation. Now, instead of doing that, I walked all the way to Burgos, and made a new reservation for tonight. So now I'm in the very small hotel room. Don't know if you can see, that's my very healthy dinner. Yeah. The way into Burgos was weird. I don't know if I took the wrong road somewhere. I ended up following like a big car road that went around an airport. I followed the signs and the yellow arrows, so it made look like it was the right way. But then I looked at my chart, my map, and I think that was an alternative route that I found somehow. Anyway, I ended up in Burgos. The way in was quite boring, I have to say. It was just going along a big sidewalk along a very busy highway with like industrial buildings and truck stops along the side. It was, after walking in like very scenic fields like postcards for days, this was like no, this wasn't great. But I found my hotel room and my hotel for the night. I'm a bit tired now. Sunday. It's about 9:30 in the morning. I've left Castrieris, where I stayed last night. I walked all the way there from Burgos. It was quite a hard walk, about 40 kilometers, so I don't think I'll walk that far today. Had a very good morning. I feel a lot better. Not completely recovered, but at least a lot better than yesterday. So hopefully this is going in the right direction. Just stopped for a coffee and a croissant at the coffee shop here. I got some more water. And yeah, this walk was supposed to both give me some closure on dealing with the loss of my mother, and I've been finding her like spots where she was all over the Camino. I found 2 places today where I could see where she had been from the photographs that she took on her journey here. Let's see if I can get the sun out of the way. Another part of doing the Camino is also that I wanted to try and get some idea what I want to do with my life. And things are starting to fall into place. I'm beginning to see some sort of path I want to follow, career-wise and life-wise, and hopefully those thoughts will stick with me. So far I've walked about I have about 450 kilometers left to walk. So I'm not quite in Santiago yet, but it's going good. It's going good. And just stop side of the road and just let you see the surrounding. Today I found a couple of places that I recognized from the photos from my mother. One of them was the card we took for the funeral, so that was quite special. And I was even able to like really pinpoint exactly where she stood. That was pretty awesome. And then like at the same time the sun was coming up. It was really nice. And on the other side of the field the moon was still up. It was almost like a full moon. So it was quite the experience. And then incredibly steep climb started, which I'm happy to say it's over now. Okay, see ya. So walking has become something very easy now. So that allows my mind to drift. And suddenly you walked 4 kilometers without thinking about it. And it's so different from the beginning. I'm in for 1 week and 4 days now. And I remember like the first couple of days, maybe the first 5 days even, there would be like I was thinking about every step that I took because my feet were hurting in different places. I was trying to adjust how I put my feet down and how I pinched my toes or not inside my boots just to make it more comfortable. now it's just smooth sailing. And time just flies by a lot faster. It's really like I'm in the zone. It's very meditative and nice, which allows me to think about the things you're supposed to think about when you do the Camino. But it's still really nice here. I'm just gonna stop and let you look. at the hotel room now. It's about 10:20 in the evening. I think I arrived here about 4 o'clock in the afternoon after a long day's walk, about 40 kilometers today. The room was very nice, quite small but really good. I was able to find a place to buy some food and bring back to the hotel room. I did not have the energy to be sitting in a restaurant in town. There's too many people. I don't know if there's some sort of holiday today. It's a Wednesday, but there's a lot of people about. And anyway, I spent most of the evening trying to book my plane tickets back home. After a lot of searching and thinking, I was able to find a ticket that takes me home on the 24th of May. That's basically 2 weeks from now, which means that I get a little more time actually to walk. And since I thought I might be done in a little over a week, I can either spend that time taking it a bit slower, or if I keep this pace, I might actually have time to go to Finisterre anyway. So I don't know. I'll see what I'll do. But I'm gonna fly out of Santiago. Everything goes as planned. So I don't have to take time for going with the train anywhere. And yeah, the pain I had felt in my heel turned out to be my second blister. So second week, second blister. So I don't know, third week starts tomorrow. Should I expect a third blister somewhere? Who knows? I've spent my evening watching Spanish television. It's something to keep your mind of walking, I guess. I don't know. I'm, as per usual, quite tired at this time of night. So anyway, I'll see what tomorrow brings. Maybe I'll stay here one more day, I don't know. I need a new reservation. But I'll try to sleep a few more hours at least. Alright, take care. Bye. Since Sanna and I parted ways in Pamplona, we had kept in touch over the phone just to make sure we were both okay. Sanna recovered and actually walked a little bit longer on the Camino before she decided it was enough and that she just wanted to enjoy her vacation in Spain. But today, on the 13th of May, it was time for her to fly back to Sweden. So now I was on my own in Spain, so to speak. So it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm walking along the road here, entering a city called, or a town called Fuentes Nuevas. I've been walking since 6 this morning. There's another car. I really hope this town has an albergue so I can stop. My ankle is starting to give me some problems. And I'm starting to be a bit tired too. This morning was good though. Got to put my stone down at the Cruz de Ferro. That was nice. Alright, let's see what this town has to offer. Bye. Okay, I found no place in Fuentes Nuevos. Just have to keep going. I really hope this next place has a place for me to stay. It says there's a place on 750 meters. Try my luck there. The storks are circling above, maybe hoping that I will be their next meal. I don't know, maybe they're vegetarians, I have no idea. Alright, see ya. So I was able to find a place, and now I'm going to do my laundry here. Seems to be a bit stressful for the ladies running the place, so I don't know if they like me very much, but I ended up coming here quite late without a reservation, but it turned out okay. I got the bottom bunk, which is nice. So, alright, I'm gonna do my laundry now and then try to get something to eat. Alright, bye. It's amazing what a beer energy more can do for your mood. I was ready to go home before. Okay. So, with views like this, hard to complain. It's about 8:45 in the morning. Been going for 2 hours. I just had breakfast a while ago. And my ankle is still a bit sore. I'm trying to go slow. Hola!
Hola.
Buen camino!
Camino.
On the pilgrims. Going the other way. Should I be worried? I think this is the right way. I don't know. It's going good. Otherwise, starting to be a bit worried about the distance to Santiago. Like, have I miscounted somehow? It always seems to be like 10 days away. But it can't be, because then I'm gonna miss my flight. The sign said 190 kilometers to go. So, yeah, I hope I can make it. I just hope this ankle doesn't start giving me more problems. It doesn't get worse. Alright, I'll let you have a look around. There's my shadow.
Chove en Santiago, meadow de amor, camelia brancador, brillante brecida sol, brillante brecida sol. Chove en Santiago.
Okay, it's Tuesday morning. It's about 7 o'clock. I've been walking for about 50 minutes. This morning when I woke up, my front leg, my ankle was even more sore and stiff. Yesterday I bought some anti-inflammatory cream, so I put that on, and I had a pain pill, and Ipren, if you know what that is. Today's supposed to be a very hard climb, and I found that going uphill is okay. Going downhill is the problem for my ankle. So I guess my problem lies ahead. Right now it's going not great, but it's going okay. I have invented a technique for taking me downhill. Call it the gorilla walk, or if you want, the orc walk. Basically hunch down and pretend that you're a gorilla. Somehow that puts the angle of my ankle in relation to the ground in a better position, so it doesn't hurt. See if I have to go this way all the way to Santiago. Well, who knows. Anyway, This is how it looks in Las Herreras, where I'm now. Okay, see you.
Camellia branca brillante precioso sol, brillante precioso Chove en Santiago na noite escura, ervas de prata e sono cobre na valeira lua, cobre na valeira lua. Oggi acciuivo la lua, l'aio de pedra e cristal. Oggi no vento svaído, soma tinta do teu mar.
So here we are. It's Wednesday, starting to get close to 9:30. I started walking about 6:30. I think my pain medication is wearing off. Had first 2 hours today went pretty well. I could definitely feel my ankle hurting, but it wasn't that bad. But then it was a lot of steep downhills. That was quite tricky. I have to like go sideways because I can't point my left foot forward when I go down, because then it hurts like hell. All afternoon yesterday was only downhill as well. I hated everything about it, mostly because I couldn't walk normally. But I don't know, it doesn't seem to get worse, even though it hurts a lot. I was very sore this morning as well. I was the first one up. There was a car coming. There are little roads here. Yeah. So anyway, this is the scenery. Last night was the first time I didn't really feel that people respected the hours where you're supposed to be quiet. Usually it's around 10 o'clock, lights out, and there's no more noise. But a couple of people were up talking in the kitchen, and they were very loud. So I don't think anybody in the albergues could sleep. Anyway, I was up about 6. I think I was the first one up. So, I guess it didn't matter. Alright. Today I'm going to Sarjan, which is the town where if you want to do the shortest Camino de Santiago and still get your diploma, that's the town where you have to start, at least. And I have about 7 kilometers to go, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna make it, and I'll hope to be able to go even further today, so I can at least put in another 30, maybe 35 kilometers, I don't know. Depends on how my leg feels in the afternoon. Tend to get a lot worse in the afternoon, so we'll see. We're getting closer. The signs say 120 kilometers to Santiago. We're coming up on a sign right here. Just gonna turn the camera and look both ways before we cross the road. Sorry for the shaking. Let's see here. Here we have one of these stones. Alright, 120 kilometers. That's not very far, is it? The more I walked, the more I learned that there is no right or wrong way to do your Camino. There is only your way. Now, some people like to walk shorter distances, and some people like to walk longer distances. Some people carry their backpack all the way, and some people send it along with a truck to their next stop. Some people even do the Camino on a bike, and as I showed earlier, some people apparently do it on their kick bike. And some people make reservations for every night they're gonna stay, and some people just walk and hope for the best. So whatever is comfortable for you, that's your way of doing the Camino. So I was able to go to Sarria. I left there about, I don't know, an hour ago, maybe more. I had some lunch. I realized I hadn't eaten anything but a croissant. Pretty much from 6 o'clock until about 12. So I was able to find an omelette and a candy bar. That's something. Filled up with water. So I have my bottles full now. So I will survive. And time now is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll just see how far this day will take me. My ankle still hurts. I have applied more anti-inflammatory cream and had another pain pill. So it hurts like all the time, but it's manageable. There's some bike bastard. Did you ring a bell? No. Did you say anything? No. Come out of nowhere. I've heard about one accident involving a bike and a pilgrim so far. I'm surprised there aren't more. Oh, whatever. So, let's keep on going. Alright. Another very nice morning. Sun is coming up. The fog is still covering the fields. Very beautiful. So Thursday morning, it's about 7:15. Leaving a little town or village called Mercadorio. Apologize if I got that wrong. Where I stayed last night. It's less than 100 kilometers now to Santiago. So now I'm getting eager to get there. One little lesson I've learned this walk is that it's good to get up early because you can cover some more distance. The downside of getting up early is that nothing is open. You can't get a coffee or breakfast anywhere. If you're lucky, someplace open at 8. So you just have to go hungry for a little while, which is fine. But just a coffee would be nice, you know. Anyway, damage situation. This morning my right pinky toe hurt even more than my ankle. So now it's sort of gone back to normal. My ankle still hurts. It's still swollen. It's not too good. But right now I can walk pretty good on it. Yesterday was okay. I was able to do 33 kilometers. And if I can keep that up, it's gonna be fine. Like I said, it's Thursday, so Friday and Saturday are my 2 last walking days. That's the plan, because I have a hotel room booked in Santiago waiting for me. I'm gonna treat myself something nice. And so this will probably only be 2 more albergue nights for me now. Alright. Well, here's the surrounding.
fins ao do teu mar. Santiago, longe do sol, água da manhã não terga, trema no meu coração.
So here I am in Azrua. It's 39 kilometers to Santiago. Today I was able to walk 29 kilometers. Pretty much pain-free, I'm happy to say. But I didn't want to take any chances, so I decided to stay here. And tomorrow there's gonna be a longer walk, but tomorrow is gonna be the last day of walking. Imagine that. 24 days of walking has come to an end. It's pretty cool. It feels so long ago when we started out in Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port in France. Now we've walked all the way across Spain to reach Santiago. I have a hotel room waiting for me tomorrow, so that'll be nice. I don't have to rush it. Yeah, I hope my leg will feel just as good tomorrow. It's still quite swollen, so I don't know what's going on with it. I'm a bit worried it might be some sort of fracture. Hopefully not, but it's gonna be nice to get to Santiago and have a couple of days off, just relax. A while ago I just had dinner sitting in the lobby of the albergue. Everything was closed, of course, because of the siesta, and I had no intention of sitting around waiting for 3 hours again for a meal, so I went to the supermarket, bought some bread, cream cheese, meat, made my own lunch, had a couple of beers, and a couple from Switzerland came, sat down, and we had a chat, so it was nice. And today I've had some company with some American friends, so you do meet a lot of people here on the Camino. It's an interesting way to spend your vacation. So yeah, last day tomorrow. Alright, see you. So, last morning of walking. I'm leaving Arzua, or at least I'm leaving the albergue. I won't be leaving Arzua for a few minutes, I guess. Walking down the street here at 6 o'clock in the morning. My leg feels okay. My pinky toe still hurts. So I hope that goes away in a while. Alright, let's get to Santiago and be done with this.
It's close to 11 o'clock. I'm walking through these really nice woods. I have about 17.5 kilometers to go. I've done more than half of today's stretch already. Almost there, almost there. Down to 6.5 kilometers, and my ankle still doesn't hurt. I've basically walked 33 kilometers so far, so hopefully within the hour I'll reach the end, the cathedral in Santiago. Surrounding here is not very interesting. I'm walking along a road. Some people in front of me. Yeah, I think this is just you know, push through and get there now.
So I'm here at the hotel room now. I went to pick up my Compostela diploma after I ended up at the cathedral. It was like, okay, I'm here now. What do I do now? Where do I go? No one tells you. But there was an interesting scene at the pilgrim's office. It was like ordering food at a, I don't know, McDonald's or something. You had to like use your cell phone, find the QR code, go into a website, fill in a form with all your information, and then you got a new code and you had to take that inside and stand in a new line. And there was this big screen just showing which number was up. And when your number came up, you had to go in and stand at the desk, and they finally gave you the diploma. I was quite tired when I was there. I tried to take a picture of the line. A man told me that that was illegal. There was no photography allowed, so sorry. Anyway, I have my diploma. My Camino is over. I can't believe it's over. It's been 24 really amazing days with like great weather all the time. And yeah, I don't really like, yeah, I have to let this sink in for a bit. And well, Mom, I hope you're proud. I found your places along the Camino, most of them anyway, so I can really say I walked in your footsteps. Yeah, now I'm just gonna relax. I got a great hotel room here in the center of the city. I'm not spending one more night in an albergue. Now I'm gonna have a nice time. It would be nice to find some fresh clothes though. All I have is the clothes I've been walking in for 3.5 weeks. They're not really great. My pants are all worn and like dirty and dusty, and there's a big hole in the crotch. I tried to fix it the other night, but I don't know if it worked. Yeah. My feet look like hell, but they've done a good job. They did a good job. So, alright. That's it for the Camino. See ya. I would spend the next 3 days in Santiago, just walking around town, trying to recover from the walk, enjoying my nice hotel room. But I kept coming back to the big square outside the cathedral, just to watch all the other pilgrims come in and try to share in their happiness and the positive vibes that were around the square. I was thinking about what this whole journey had meant, and I couldn't help to feel a touch of emptiness that came over me already when I arrived in the square in the cathedral. There was a feeling that a lot of other pilgrims had experienced as well, that the adventure just came to a sudden end, and then it was like, now what? What do we do now? And I wondered, had this journey changed me in any way? And I couldn't really find an answer, so I just figured, well, I guess the future will tell. Some of my Camino friends came back to my life in Santiago. Shannon and Alan showed up and spent a little time with them. but for the rest of the Camino, friends that I met along the way, I did not see many of them. So I guess most of them had already walked ahead or were still a few days back coming into Santiago. On the 24th of May, it was time to leave Spain. So the plane left from Santiago early in the morning, landed in Alicante, where I had a 5-hour stopover before the plane to Stockholm departed. And in Stockholm, the bus waited to take me home to Örebro. And as I stepped off the bus in Örebro, I realized that it had been to the day exactly 1 month since Sanna and I set off on our big adventure. Before I walked home, I had to stop by one of my favorite bars just to have a beer and look out over the castle and just realize that the journey was over. I was home.